Hi everyone, hi, welcome back to this channel. So today we are doing this beautiful girl dress. Please do subscribe, like and comment. So let's begin. So guys, this is the materials that you're going to use. These are the yarns. I'm using a 50 gram. You can use any 50 gram yarn. So I'll be double stranding. Actually, you can also use chunky yarn. And then this is 4mm hook and the tape measure and the scissors. Okay, so I'm not very good with drawing, but this is the rough sketch of what I want to do. This is the middle part where I am going to start with. So at the back I want it to be this way. So to begin, we're going to start with the middle part. So just going to make a simple slip knot like that, and then chain 11. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So this is chain 11, right? So what we're going to do next, we're going to start making half double crochets. So in the very first you have this stitch here, you're going to skip this first stitch and start in the second stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook inside that first stitch, and then pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on the hook, 1 2 3. So yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. So that is a half double crochet. So you're going to do 10 half double crochets. So remember, this is the middle part, and this is how we have started. So you need to make it as long as you want. You can adjust to higher foundation chain, more than 10. So if you want this width to be more, you can add the foundation chain. Okay, so we're moving next to the second row. So I have chained 1, turn my work. So you see this is the stitch, right? And we have this front loop and back loops here. So we're going to work in the back loops only. So this is the back loop. So you need to have 10 half double crochets in the back loops only. So that's the 9th half double crochet. So the last one we're going to get in here. So this is the whole stitch, but we're using this last one, the back loop. So again we get in there and make a half double crochet. So if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, there are 10 half double crochets, and then chain 1 and continue with the same pattern, half double crochets in the back loops only. So you're going to make this as long as you want. So let me make mine and then I'll come back and show you guys. So you see it gives like a ribbing effect on both sides, and this is the right side. So guys, I have gone ahead and made 50 rows of these half double crochets. So this is how it looks like. So guys, these are not actually 50 rows. In actual they are 100 rows. They are 50 rows because I counted this way, 1 2 3. I'm using these hips here to count as 1, but each hip is 2. So this is 1 2 3 4. Okay, but I'm using 1 2 3 4, so that makes them 50 rows, but in actual they are 100 rows. Okay, so The waist measurement that I'm using is 23, so I have counted 26 rows and realized that when I stretch it will be able to reach 23 inches. So the waist measurement that I'm using is that of a 10-year-old girl. Our waist measurement is 23 inches. So 50 rows minus 26 rows, which matches the 23 inches, should be 24. So I'm going to count 24. I'm going to count this way: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 24 in half should be 12 here, right? So this is 12, and then the other side is also going to be 12, because I want to start working in the middle part. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So it is here. So guys, I have placed my stitch marker at the points where I have marked. Okay, so I'm just going to work in this middle part to create the dress. So guys, I have measured and realized that it's too long, so I'm going to move a few inches in, like this one here. I'm going to move to this part. So I'm moving to this part, and do the same thing on the other side. So 1 2 and move here. So I'm going to find my right side and begin working from there. So this is the right side. As you can see, this is where I started. So this is my right side. So I'm going to start from here. So at this point here, I'm going to start making single crochets. So I'm making a slip knot, pull up this loop, chain 1, and then I'm going to just start making single crochets to begin with. Okay, so let's do that until we reach this other point. And from this point, because we moved to this other end, we're going to stop here. So guys, this is where I am going to stop at, and from now I'm going to chain 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and then I'm going to join this side and the first side that I started with here. So I'm going to join with the slip stitch. That way. So from now on, we can just cut off this yarn and continue with the pink yarn. So I wanted to start at a point where I'm working with the stitches when moving to the pink color. So from this point, I'm going to introduce the pink color. So I'm going to pull this loop up here and then chain 2, and then start making double crochets. So this is one double crochet, and then I add another one more double crochet, and then in the next one I make 2 double crochets. So that's an increase, and then the next one we make 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then the next one we make an increase. Then we continue the same pattern, that is 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, oh sorry, 1 double crochet, and then we make an increase, so I'm going to do that pattern until I reach this point here. So I'm almost at the end, so 1, 2, and then the very last one I make an increase, so that's the last one. So what I'm going to do next is just to slip stitch in this space here of the chain 2. This is like the first stitch. So moving next, we're going to chain 2, and then in the same space we're going to make a double crochet, and then move to 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then chain 2, make an increase, and repeat the same pattern of the previous row. So that is 2 double crochets, and then we make an increase in the next stitch. So at the end of this row, I am left with, this is 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then an increase, and then 1 double crochet. So I'm going to finish off with a slip stitch on top of this chain 2. So that's so I don't know if I should add the ruffles or I should just leave it here, but the next row, or maybe I add the ruffles but not very much. So I'm going to count like 5, so chain 2 and then count like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make an increase. So we have gone 1, 2, 3. This is the third round, right? So the third round, and then from there onwards I'm not going to make any increases. So guys, this row is done, so I'm just going to finish it off with a simple slip stitch. So from now onwards I'm not going to make any more increases, so I'm just going to make rounds. I'm just going to make rounds without making any increase. So let me go ahead and continue, and then I'll show you how many rounds I have gone. So guys, this is where I have reached with the skirt. It is almost like 12 inches. So from now on I'm going to do something different. So at the bottom here I'm going to place like a layer of a ruffled layer of white. Okay, so this is where I stopped, right? So I'm going to begin from here. That is just a slip knot, and then I pull up this loop. So I'm going to chain 1 and then start working single crochets. I'm going to work 3 single crochets in each and every stitch. 2, 3. So 3 single crochets in each and every stitch. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm almost at the end of this round, so this is the last stitch. So I make 3 single crochets in the same stitch and then make a slip stitch to finish off the round. So that is round 1, and this is how it looks like. So the ruffles have been formed. So the next round, what I'm going to do, I'm going to place one double crochet in each and every stitch, because the ruffle that I was looking for has already been formed. So I'm just going to place one double crochet in each and every stitch. So guys, this is how the ruffles at the lower part of the dress looks like. It is so beautiful. So this is the back of the dress, right? So now we are like done with the lower part of the dress. This is for a 10-year-old girl. So we're going to go to the upper side of the dress. So first of all, we want this upper part to turn out neat, just like we started on the lower part here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a layer of white. First of all, I'm making single crochets on the top side here. On this point here, we are going to start from here. And make single crochets all around. I think this is a nice way to start a new color. It will ensure that the new color starts off neatly. So I would recommend this. So we're going to go all around. So guys, I have gone all around and to this point here. So from this point, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to chain 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, just like the same thing that we did down here. So and then I'm just going to slip stitch in the first chain that I started with, the first single crochet. So I'm going to make a slip stitch and close off that round, and then chain 1, tighten the yarn and cut off my yarn, because I'm going to introduce a new color, which is pink. So we're going to start the upper part, making double crochets in each and every stitch to match up the lower part of the dress. So you see how neat it comes out. So this is what we wanted. We wanted it to be this neat, because now you're working on top of the stitches. So let me go around until I reach this point. So I have gone in each and every stitch of this part here, and I am at the last stitch, and then I'm going to make a slip stitch on top here to finish off this round, and then continue making rounds of double crochets. So I'm going to do this for a couple of rows of rounds. So when I reach there, I'm going to show you, but the pattern is the same. I'm not doing any increases or decreases, so I'm just going to continue, and then I'll show you what happens next. Hi guys, hi. So it's a new day, and this is where I'm going to reach with this part of the dress, this upper part. Remember, this is a small girl, so this is like 6.5 inches, right? So from now on, I'm going to do something different. So you need to find the places where you will make the handle, right? So the front part I'm going to place in, like, I'm just going to place randomly, okay? So I have checked at the back here and ensured that this part is in the middle part of the dress, and then I'm just going to randomly go up here and place like a stitch marker here. So this is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I'm going to place another one right here. So these are the parts where I'm going to place the handle that will hold the dress on the shoulders. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I don't know, what if I place here? So that's 12. So if you want to be like sure, you can place the stitch mark as well by counting these parts here, by counting this area, so that you know the middle part. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. That's it. Now we're going to move forward. So what we're going to do, we're going to start making single crochets all around. So 1, so I am almost at this point. So at this point here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to count, I'm going to chain 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm going to chain 50. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is chain 50, right? So after chaining 50, you're going to add one more and then start making slip stitches going downwards. So you need to have like 50 slip stitches. So this is the 50th slip stitch, and then now I'm just going to go on in here. I've removed the stitch marker, and I'm just going to continue making single crochets until I reach this other stitch marker here. So at this stitch marker, I'm going to do the same thing as I did in this last part here. So I'm almost there. So that is one single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 50 and do 50 slip stitches back, and then continue with the double crochet with the single crochets. So this is chain 51, and then I start making slip stitches. So that's the end of the slip stitches, and then we're just going to go ahead and continue making the single crochets. So with that done, you're going to repeat, you're going to do that and repeat what we did here on this part and this other part here where we placed the stitch markers, okay? And then we're just going to single crochet all the way and slip stitch here, okay? I'm almost at the last part. I've just finished this one here, and now I am finishing the round, sorry. So that's the last stitch, and then I'm just going to make a slip stitch here and chain one and cut off my yarn, and with that it is done. So these are the 4 handles. This is how they look like. So that's how it's going to be. So nice. And with that, the dress is basically done, but we have to like add a little charm to the dress, right? You know, juju. So guys, remember this part here, right? So I think that it is
so
too,
look at this, it's now
lengthier,
so and more beautiful, and we are done. We're only
this
left
side
with
and
the
this
flowers.
side, okay? So those are some of the few changes that I'm doing. So guys, I have made like this is like a flower or a rose. So I don't know if I should put it here. I was thinking of these 2 places, or if I should just place them randomly over here. You see the lower part of the dress. So I don't know. First, let me show you how I made the rose, the flowery thing. I don't know if it's really a rose, but this is how I made it. So make a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 30. 1 2 3 4. So this is chain 30 plus 1, and then I'm going to make single crochets. So I should have 30 single crochets. So this is 30 single crochets. Now moving to the next row, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then in this first stitch you're going to start making double crochets. So we're going to make 6 double crochets. So that is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So that's 6, and then we're going to skip this one, and then in the next one we're going to make a slip stitch, and then a slip stitch again, and then chain 3. Make in the very same stitch you're going to make 6 double crochets. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay? And then we're going to skip one, and then in the next we're going to make a slip stitch, and then another slip stitch in the next stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, and in the very same stitch you're going to make 6 double crochets. So that's going to be the pattern until we reach this point here. So I'm almost at the last point here, so we are going to make one more slip stitch, and then 1 2 2 3, and then in the very same stitch you make 6 double crochets. One, two, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then I'm going to make a slip stitch in the very last, and then chain 1. So I'm going to cut off my yarn bigger because we need to sew in. So if you have like a glue gun, you can use that, but I don't have that, so I'm going to use the needle. So we are going to sew in this way in the single crochets that we made. So I'm going to try to sew it in a way that it kind of comes this way, not like a rose but more open. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to like attach them this way. So that's just what I'm going to do. I think I'm done with the dress. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel and you love this kind of videos, please do subscribe, like and comment. So this dress, I did not have like a perfect plan for it. I just did everything so randomly, and I think it will turn out nice.
Wait, if you'd love to see some more
turn on that
beautiful
notification
inspirations, you
bell
can
to
check
see
out
more
my other
beautiful
social media
inspirations
channels.
like these
You will
ones.
see
Bye.
many beautiful inspirations that I've made before. Bye.